Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. As I promised in my Where I've Been video, I am going to review a couple of dolls that I was sold by one of my subscribers, EDT. They sold me a Jenny doll and an Azone doll. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with the Azone doll because I don't have any of these. Like, I have a couple of Lika-chan dolls and she's similar, though I don't have a Jenny, but I love Jenny's face. But I have never experienced anything like an Azone doll. This one's really cute. Like, she's got a little bit of a gothic vibe. Gothic schoolgirl. She's got the black, she's got the corset lacing and everything, so yeah, I'm really interested. So let's take a look at this box. So you can see up here it says Melty Cute, and then it says Azone, and there she is, and her name is Charming Honey Himeno, pinkish girl version. So there are multiple versions of this character. I'll put other pictures up of the other options that there are, but these two are so up my alley. Like, I was thank you again, EDT, for reaching out and offering to sell them to me. So on the side here is another image of the doll and says Melty Cute and Charming Honey Himeno. And then on the other side, another pose, and there is a plastic casing for this box, so it's catching the light. And then there she is in another pose on the back here, and she's got a cape, which is pretty cool. And there's some other characters that you can get in this line. And the rest of the text is in Japanese, so I don't know what it says, but it doesn't really matter because we are gonna open her. I've never felt, I mean, maybe I have. I don't know. This is very interesting. She almost feels like Silkstone, like my pink, signature pink Silkstone Barbie. That's what her body feels like. Is that the material or a similar material? Because like I said, I don't know anything about these, but she is surprisingly heavy for her size, and she has that cold, almost porcelain kind of feeling to her. Very cool. Okay, so here she is, and she is very cute, very anime, which I do have a soft spot for anime, of course, you may be aware. Very squishy head. Let us look at her from top to bottom here. So she has very dark hair, a very heavy bang in the front here, almost completely concealing her eyes. There is some of that wax in it because this is Japanese saran. It's the same kind of hair that I have on my Lika dolls, and it has a waxier texture, and they add styling wax. From what I've learned, it's not stiff like gel, but it does keep the hair in place. She also had a little plastic ring on her hair, but if we move that out of the way, you can see her little eyebrows. She has big purple anime eyes with all different shades of purple, very minimal makeup, just the tiniest hint of a nose and a mouth on her face, but that only adds to her anime cuteness. And then she has a couple of tendrils framing her face. Her hair goes down to her butt and it's just straight across, but it is super soft and flowing. Oh, and she's got little tiny white dots under her eyes and some blushing. She's very, very pale, but I love her eyes. I love that the pupils aren't black because it kind of gives her the same vibe as like Superstar Barbie with her eyes. It's a more dreamy quality to the eyes. Again, her head is very squishy compared to the rest of her, which is very hard. She has this really cute little outfit. We have, maybe I should take it apart first. See, there's multiple pieces to this outfit. Her shirt is a dusty rose color. That's how I would describe it. It does feel like satin or chiffon, possibly. It has the illusion of being a button-down shirt because we have some faux buttons up here. They are little beads that are sewn on, so they're a little raised. There are ruffles up here at the chest, and she does have a collar that is sticking up a little bit. but I think it's supposed to sit more because in the back it's folded down. There's a black satin ribbon with a little silver heart buckle tying the shirt closed. Oh, she's got little undies. And then the sleeves are gathered down here at the wrist and have another black satin bow on the cuff. It's a very nice shirt, very nicely constructed. The ruffle is 2 layers of fabric, I think. It's not 2 layers, but it has a very big hem, so it's folded over quite a bit. So it gives the illusion of 2 layers and it gives it more structure and stiffness. That is the shirt. And then she has a skirt that is high-waisted. This is also kind of made of a chiffon material. It is black. We have a front panel here with some silver studs, and then a ruffle that starts at the sides and goes all the way around with a black ribbon running through it. It closes with a snap, which is very nice. Snap always gives things a nicer quality. And then we have the corset that goes over the shirt and skirt. This feels like it's made of twill, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just kind of straight across, doesn't have shape like a sweetheart neckline or anything, but still goes around her whole body. There is a ruffle at the bottom. There are 2 straps, both with silver buckles. I think these are metal buckles, which is pretty impressive. And then some pink ribbon to be the corset lacing. Love the corset because that adds to the Victorian Gothic elements going on here, as do these stockings we have at the bottom here. Yes, we have black mesh stockings with lace ruffles at the top, very, very cute, and then pleather straps to look like they're holding it up onto her thighs. And yeah, that is how she comes in the box dressed. That's everything that comes on her. So her articulation, which you might have caught here and there as she was moving around, we have some head movement, a little bit of everything there. Shoulder, elbow, although feels like she needs to be exercised a little bit. Her wrist does not bend up and down, but her hands do spin. They might be removable because you could probably switch them for other Azone hands, but I don't think she comes with other hands. There is a swivel at the waist here, not a tilt, just the swivel. She has movement at the hip. It's not super flexible at the hip, just a little bit out and then forward and back. She has upper thigh twisting. Hold on. There you go. And then knee joints and ankle joints. So a lot of articulation. And again, on a body that feels like a silkstone or some kind of similar material, whereas most of the silkstone Barbies, they only have the basic 5 points. She has a lot of nice articulation. And I like her size, that she's just a little bit shorter than your standard 1/6 scale doll. The easiest one to get without knocking everything over. So here's what she looks like in comparison to a Barbie. So pretty short. Here's what she looks like in comparison to Draculaura, who is one of the shorter Monster High dolls. Still a couple inches down. And she does come with some other things. So obviously she's got to have some shoes in here somewhere. Also, in the back of her, so this is a list of everything that she comes with. She has this little card that was in the back of her box that shows all of her clothes and accessories. And then on the front is a picture of her, and then I think that's her alternate color scheme, the one in the gray. So I definitely like this one better. Not that the other one is bad, but I like the purple eyes, you know, I'm biased to that, and then the pink and the black. Okay, so these are little hair clips. They are black satin bows with heart charms hanging. I think they're the same metal as the buckles, and they have little bobby pins so that you can stick them in her hair. On the picture, it looks like they go on either side where her little framing pieces are. Here's her shoes. Oh, and they're actual pleather. Wow, very impressive. Okay, so we have these 2 strappy shoes here that are plastic for the soles. They do have heels, but this part is pleather, kind of like how my Ruby Red dolls shoes were. That's very impressive on a small scale like this. And then there are black satin bows on the toe and a little pearl in the center, and the straps do come up around the ankle. They're a little bit bigger than they need to be so that they don't rip or break when you're trying to put them on. That's nice. The pleather matches the pleather on her straps around her socks. A little bit of a preppy moment, but with all the black and everything, still manages to look a little goth. She comes with a bag, which also looks to be fabric. So we have a shiny pleather saddlebag. It does have a pleather strap as well. It's even got decorative stitching on it. Has kind of a suede underside here so that it'll sit nicer on her shoulder. And it's got a ruffle around the flap and the same pink satin ribbon in the corset lacing to match her corset. And then it opens with a snap. Oh, and it's lined on the inside. Look at that. We got some gray fabric on the inside there. Fancy. Oh, and it's even got little metal buckles on the straps, connecting the strap to the bag. Very nicely made. Without the wrist bending, it's a little harder to get her to kind of stick her hand in the strap, but you get the idea. And then finally, I think I saved the best for last. We have the cape. So here it is, and I think it's supposed to only go around her waist, not around her shoulders, but we could try it around the shoulders too and see what it looks like. So it's a soft black mesh. It has dots in the mesh and then a black lace trim at the bottom. Comes up to a black satin band at the top here with a snap. Oh no, it's just a hook clasp. So let's see. The cape on the bottom. See, it looks like it's not quite long enough around. I have to hold it in place to get it to stay. Ah, yes, now we're talking. She is a spooky little schoolgirl. Ooh, she is pretty cool. Okay, that is not how it's supposed to go. I gotta figure out how this goes. Do I put it under the corset, maybe? And there she is. She has got her cape. I did have to put it under the corset, but look at that. Kind of like an extra little skirt there in the back. Very cute. She is super pretty. I am very glad that I had the opportunity to get one of these and try them out, because like I said, I've never had an Azone doll before, but yeah, I really like her. I think she's got a lot of great articulation. The accessories are super high quality. Just her body feels really nice. The hair is nice too, and her design is very cute. I mean, it's hard if you're into like anime and stuff. It's hard not to like things like this that come from Japan, because anime influences so much of their culture and, well, pop culture and dolls and clothes and stuff. So I really like her. I may be heavily biased, but I really like her. So thank you again, EDT, for sending me this doll, and let me know in the comments if you guys have any experience with Azone dolls, because like I said, never had one before. This is my first experience, but I'm pretty impressed and would definitely consider getting more, because yeah, if they're all gonna be like this, I think I would be very satisfied. Let me know what you think of, what was her name? Melty Cute, Charming Honey Himeno. And as always, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, I have to go study now. Study the dark arts, because I'm spooky. Okay, goodbye.